Hello and welcome back to the channel, it's me Lunas, and today we'll be continuing the vintage story run. So during the last episode I did quite a lot of work with smithing stuff and making ingots. We now have a good supply of a copper and lead alloy. I don't know how to name it, but it's going to be used for making lanterns. And then we also have a good supply of tin bronze and copper ingots, with the supplies to make plenty of all three. I was forging iron towards the end of the last episode though, and that'll be the plan for now. I do have some more iron blooms cooking outside, which I'm hoping will be done by the time I process the iron I have here. But the plan for now is going to be get the iron smithed, and get it processed into parts for the iron windmill. Well, the windmill, it requires iron parts, I should say. Yeah, we'll get started on that. It will probably take a decent while. I may need to cook some food before... Actually, no, I should probably cook some food now, because I'm probably going to need it before I'm finished. We just don't have much in the way of forageable food anymore. And it will not give much satiation per meal, but we should be fine. It'll help make the main supply of food for winter last a bit longer. But yeah, we'll be doing the windmill stuff first, and then I'll be going out to look for sap, as I need it for glue and I believe part of the windmill. And then I'll try making the windmill, at least the frame of it, for this episode. And we can try wiring up a health hammer and seeing if I can get that working, as I've never done it before. I'm going to get straight into the smithing now, so I will probably speed that up. Okay, I have done some smithing for now. I've made the iron rods, and I've decided to make a new hammer, just in case I need it. Yeah, for now, I'm gonna do the other thing I forgot I mentioned the last episode that I wanted to do, which was gather more coal and get more charcoal. So I'm gonna work on that now to take a break from smithing, because I have done quite a lot since the end of the last episode. It's still 360 degrees. I'll stay there for now. That can go there. I'm gonna need a pickaxe. And a axe because I need a lot of firewood. I'm hoping this will be enough. I can't remember how much the pit takes. I don't think it's a ton, but I know it's a decent amount. I really thought these would have cooled down by now as well. I guess not. Right, I do have all the stuff though. I just need to make some more food because that flax screen barely does anything. Maybe I should think about getting some chickens before the end of the year, just so I get a bit of protein from the eggs, or at least I think the eggs give protein. It wouldn't be too much work to set up, and I know there's quite a lot of chickens in the area. Or maybe not, there seems to be one main group. There's probably a couple I haven't actually marked though. Also, while I'm on the map, I was thinking this area is a gravel area. I haven't been here since the early days, but I'm pretty sure this would be a pretty good place to go looking for sap. And it is a fair amount closer than this area. But anyway, I'm gonna get this done. Just gonna dig a couple of blocks in case I need them to silver pit. And then I'm gonna need one grass as well. Okay, I didn't have nearly enough. I might need to think about getting more oak wood. In fact, I'm gonna have to use the pine as well. I may have to go out and gather wood next episode. Not, this episode as well. There's quite a lot to do. Because I have no wood at all now, I believe. Other than planks, and I can't really turn that into firewood. Speaking of, there is something I want to look into as well. Basically with aged logs, I'm wondering if there's different types of aged logs, because if not, I may consider using them to gather... Oh, what's the word? I may consider going into ruins to gather it for the main house, because I think it'd look a lot nicer combined with the furniture I'm getting from ruins. Right, that should work. Then I just need to go grab the... Actually, I'll do this first while I'm out here. That gives me another 12 iron blooms, so I should be fine on those for the time being. I got them because I knew I'd need a couple more iron tools, along with the stuff I need for the windmill, and in case there were any parts that I didn't realize I would need but are missing. But we should definitely have enough now, and I can make more if I absolutely need to. So I'll go gather brown coal first, from the river or lake coast over here. There were quite a lot of deposits along this way, but I'm going to be heading to one in particular. I don't remember if I removed... Actually, I can check on the map. I think it was this, but I'm not sure if I actually wrote down whether there was coal inside or whether I unlocked it because I exhausted the deposit. But I can check it out first. I know there's closer veins, but I'd rather exhaust veins I've already started so I can, like, get some of the clutter off the map. I do have hundreds of markers after all. But I'm also going to this area because 1, there's multiple, and 2, there is a ruin over here which may give insight into the aged logs that I was interested in looking at. Okay, this was the cave where the coal was. There is a trapped boat on, and the coal seems to have been completely depleted. That could have ended up messy if he hit me down there. Very aged. Is there a difference between very aged or not? You know, I'm kind of tempted to take all of this firewood. I have the space for it easily, and we are lacking on firewood severely at the moment. Can add that to the torch stack. Okay, aged log. So it seems like it's only aged oak. But you can get any aged planks. Maybe? No. It seems like oak will be the most common though. And I'm assuming you can only get them from the ruins. Okay, that's a bit of an issue. I, for some reason didn't pick up the, what's it called? The crock, and refill it with food, so I'm kind of on a time limit now. Get this done quick and head home. I don't need an absolute ton of it, I'd be happy with a stack. I'm uncertain as to how large these veins are though, so I may actually have to go to multiple if this is too small. Okay, no, I think I'll be fine. Okay, this vein is a lot bigger than I was expecting. If all of them are even half as big as this, we should be fine. In terms of brown coal for probably years. My food isn't going down as quick as I thought it would, so I am gonna try and get a bit more than I was hoping to get. Okay, this will do for now. And then I want to look into grabbing these. I'm kind of struggling to get in here. I'll have to resurface quick. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Come on. I may have lost the crate. That's fine though. Okay, I will quickly try and find some berries, and then I'll come back for that wood. Okay, I managed to find a few berries and vegetables. Enough to fill my hunger bar and have a small amount left over. So I'm gonna go back and gather that aged oak. I cannot speak today for some reason. I'll get there eventually. Yeah. I could have cooked rhizomes, but I just didn't want to go through the process of cutting all the cattail. I didn't even notice this. Might have something decent. Fire, clay, flint. I can use it. I'm hoping this is fairly common in ruins. I mean, I could just grab the planks whenever I go to ruins. I just have to, like, specifically hunt for ruins. Which I'm not sure how long a process that would take. And there was a bit of a ruin, underground ruin somewhere here. Just trying to find where it was. Yeah, no wood here. I guess I could go back to the cave. Down this way a little bit and gather some of that. And see how it looks. This isn't, like, final material-wise, I just want to get a feeling for how it, would look with the furniture. Okay, so cutting them actually gets rid of that layer, which is good. The game did not like that. I guess ruins could be pretty good for gathering limestone cobblestone as well. I do need quite a lot of that. Same chest. I'm gonna head downstairs and see if I can get more. Oh, also I'm expecting another temporal storm this episode. It's been like a good 5 days or so, I think. Oh, dry stone and cobblestone are different when you break them. If you hear any snoring, it's my dog. Yeah, we've got quite a lot of materials. We'll just head back. I'm pretty sure I'm being chased by... Oh no, that wasn't a shiver. Never mind. And there's chickens over here. And there's boars here as well. I'll probably mark that once I get back inside. Alright, believe it was around here. I wish you could put these on shelves. I guess the kitchen is gonna be fairly full with firewood for the time being, until I find a better spot for it. You definitely needed it though. Alright, for now I'll just chuck these... Actually, there's a spare one here. I'll chuck the building materials I've found for the new house in here. And I think anything I need to transfer over to the storage area as well. That can go in there for now. put those in there. And then we can grab that crock and get back to work with the smithing. Oh my god, a meal that replenishes more than half of my hunger bar. I very much like that a lot. Yeah, I'll get straight back into smithing, I think. I just need to check something quick. Yeah. Yeah. Right, I think it was brackets, yeah. I'm just gonna check, because I don't want to make anything wrong. Yep, and I can do that with 2 ingots. And I have 8, so that should be enough. I don't think I wanted to make anything else necessarily, but I have the blooms on hand if I really need to. Yeah, and then hopefully by sunup this will be done. And then I can go looking for the sap to start with, and then we'll rotate to the mine with the black coal and the fire clay, which I might grab a couple of stacks of because I have barely any left. As long as I don't get interrupted by a temporal storm, that is, because I am expecting one. This thing actually is kind of scaring me. It looks like it will take more than 2. It probably won't, but like it's easily the largest thing I've ever had to smith as one item. I'm probably just overestimating it though. I really hope I didn't miss out. I might get to move some of the around to save it. Okay, that went well. Do that. There we go. Right, just need to not do that again. Oh, that's one. It'll take quite a long while. I might leave the ingots off of this until I'm close to actually finishing it. Because they heat to 600 pretty quick. I'm not actually sure if there's an optimal placement for these or not. I don't know why it keeps like falling the slight part. I don't know why it's doing that. It doesn't normally. Lucky I don't have to make too many of these because I can't really figure out the optimal method to do it. Alright, last one. Nearly done. I think this seems to be the best way to go about forging this. Okay, yeah, this technique makes things way easier. Plus, I can keep track of the material I have a lot easier as well. And the bit where I save the holes down here, it gives me another 4 little bits of metal to use, just in case I mess up somewhere. So it basically guarantees I can't ruin the piece. But for now, I'm gonna chuck those in there, along with that. And then we can get rid of these. I still need the axe. The pickaxe, not the axe. 3 servings. There's a decent chance I run into food while I'm out, so I'm just gonna hope for that being the case. I haven't really explored over this way too much, so there could be some food about. There is a bear here now. I'm not sure if it's the one that used to live over this way, and whether it respawned, or whether it's a new one entirely. Or whether it's a different one entirely. Yeah, what I think I'm gonna do is gather sap and some extra food and head towards the coal mine. I might go past it a bit and then spend the night in the mine gathering the coal. And then we can gather wood. I'm probably gonna... Actually, that's a fair point. I needed to gather pine, and the sap area is an ideal place for that. So what I probably want to do is wrap back round to the house after I've explored the peninsula for the sap. I can't think either, apparently. There's another there. Yeah, the food situation's looking bad. I can just cook at home as well, because it'll buy some time, and it means that if it gets dark earlier, then I think I can make it past their territory to the sap, then I can mine in the caves for less time, and spend more at home actually doing some stuff. Not really finding any sap so far. Hoping that will change relatively quickly as I get into the gravel. But even then, the trees are still generally like pretty well spaced apart in the part I'm currently in. There's a few berries, not a huge amount, but they'll do. That's something I don't have pumpkins. I probably won't need to grow those this year, but if I'm actually going to look into ruins, then well, you could find a bunch more. Second chase. That's one. Well, that's another one. Depending on how many there are, it might not actually be worth coming back here all the time. This is mostly just a look to see if it's worth. That's what the wolves are. I did see that, don't worry. Okay, there's 2 here, that is good. I'd say if there's maybe 6 or more, it'd be worthwhile. I already see the 4th one. I'm pretty sure I skipped some of it in the middle as well. I know from my last venture out that some trees can actually spawn with 2 sap on it, which I did not know could happen before that point. So that was pretty good to find out. We're at 6. The days are actually kind of getting short already, not by a ton, but it's starting to get a bit noticeable. Sundown didn't used to be until like 9, and now it's starting to happen as it gets to about 7 o'clock. Okay, I need to check things for sap. Okay, I'm slightly to the left of the outer marker, so I'll probably do it and split it into like halves. What the heck? That was in a tree. I should be outpacing him. Is he falling? He is not. You only give up on that stuff, which is the only things that don't have in spear. I've been through here before, I didn't expect there to be a bear here. Apparently they climb trees. Well, that's just something weird. I have to be careful because I have no healing, like, don't have a way to make any either. I might want to play safe with this time. But it's definitely worth coming back here. I haven't really done more than 50% and there's already 6. Not to mention the one that I didn't grab and the ones that I probably missed. And you can run through an area tons of times, and even on like the 20th trip through, you'll still be noticing new things. That was extremely close. Right, where's this guy? Pretty sure this is the sap tray I ran past. Actually, no, it wasn't because I can see it. I don't hear him. So I'm gonna mark this and grab it. I'm gonna have a little... That was close. I'm gonna have a little explore around here and see if I can see more. I think this one might have been it. It's facing the right direction. It's really highly concentrated there, actually. There's tons of it. I'm really glad, actually, I thought to come here. The bear is a bit of an issue, but I could deal with that, I guess, here. Medium rift activity. This will probably stop me from exploring here much more. Last one. Also, I just had a thought. It might be worth checking to see if I can plant turnips. Because right now they're being affected by the heat, which means they're probably a crop that can grow in spring or August when it's colder. Spring or autumn when it's colder. So it might be worth checking that out. Right, where is the thing I need? I can put all of the sticks in here. Oh, the shovel, that's it. Actually, if anything, that should go on there with the hammers. And then head down here. How long have these got? 4 days, 1 day. Might be worth doing those soon. I haven't been wanting to, but I'm gonna need to. The windmill won't be ready to put together on time to stop those from spoiling. And the, even the 4 large pelts is still like 12 leather, which is not something I really want to pass up, if I can help it. The elk is going to use a lot of that leather. I am not... depending on what I prioritize, I'm not super far away from the elk. I have half the funds I need for it. The main thing I need is armor and to do the Resonance Archive. But if I wanted to, I could probably have the frame of the windmill together and have started the armor and potentially finished it by the next episode if I really wanted to. I might even do that. I am thinking about starting to prepare for the Resonance Archive at, like, the bare minimum. Like, the thought has definitely crossed my mind more than once. Usually by this point I've either done it or am, like, doing it. This is way better to dig out with an iron shovel. Right, if I remember correctly, this should give like high 40s in the charcoal range. 50. Pretty sure that's a bit more than last time. I believe the amount varies. These carrots are almost done. Okay. Actually, no. It'd probably be easier to find if I pull it in the chest for processing stuff. And then... yeah, like that. Okay. Right, I need the axe. Um, 700. Okay, if I see any berries, I need to grab them. But in terms of black coal, I think it's probably not worth grabbing tons of it, just because I haven't really used what I've got. This is just to ensure that I have enough. In regards to fire clay, I think I'm gonna leave it for now, just because sap is my priority, and this is the end of, I think it's day 2 already, so... and I haven't even gotten to putting the windmill together yet. I don't even have all the parts. I need quite a lot of wood, I'm imagining, to make... I think it's the axles. Also, I think it was this one. Yeah. This was the closer one. It connects to another cave somewhere, but I'm not exactly certain what cave. But yeah, the main reason I'm doing this is because I know that I'm going to be using quite a lot of charcoal for other things. And as I'm not really in a position to be making lots of it at the moment, I want black coal as another high temperature fuel that I can use instead. And I'm pretty sure coal might be an ingredient for other things like bombs, or it could be charcoal again. And then in that case, that's even more reason to have a supply of black coal. Okay, 2 stacks should be enough for now. And then it looks like it's daytime again. That first jump was a pretty sketchy one. If I plan on keep coming down here, I may need to maybe change the pathing down, or at least make it slightly safer. Right, I'm not looking to properly gather food. It's just in case I can't find many berries, because I'm gonna be entering the gravel area soon. So this is kind of my last chance to gather extra food. I can't actually remember if Chicken of the Woods or that other mushroom type that grows on trees, I can't remember whether they spawn in plains. Not plains, on pine trees. I'm pretty sure there are wolves around here, though. I remember being chased by some on the way to this trader before, when I was trying to hide out from a temporal storm. And there's probably a decent chance of a bear in this area as well. Get a little more. Alright, seems there's a couple near this location anyway that I'd already marked. So we'll grab those while we're here. always kind of difficult to navigate, so I'm going to try and avoid going there. I mean, unless I see a bit of sap on the edge of it, but otherwise, maybe not. Okay, this is a pretty decent find. The mushrooms are coming in clutch at the moment, I think. Where's this one? Oh, there it is. Oh, I thought I saw some. Right. I might give it a few ladders here, just so that I have them, in case I need to keep climbing up trees. Because we are going to need to leave them behind so we can access the sap at a later date, once it's replenished. Okay, we're getting close to the gravel area now. Or at least I thought it was. Where am I? Oh yeah, I am. I just don't normally come into this bit this close to the coast. Pretty sure the bears are more that way. But I will remain cautious nonetheless. Right. This bit's a little risky. Okay, maybe not. I thought the trees would be more densely packed than this, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. Maybe this way, they will be, but that's a bear. Please no. There's a small growth of trees down this way, it might be worth checking them out. It means I can come back up here and grab these and then check this out, because I planned to do this last time, I just ran out of food. That won't happen this time though, I made sure to come prepared. And I'm finding enough food to sustain myself without having to use white raw as well, which is great. Right. If I remember correctly, I got jump scared by there along the coast by the back. So I just need to be careful I'm not going too deep into the forest. But at least checking it out somewhat would be good. It's probably as good a place as I need to gather pine wood as well, because we're going to need quite a lot of that. I don't want to go overkill on gathering sticks, because that's going to take up more inventory space than necessary. I think I'll probably try and keep that around a stack. And then if it becomes necessary, I'll start throwing away items. Those are the big ones. Might be worth marking this area. Alright, check the ones around here, as there's quite a lot here, and then we'll go back and check this, and then move around, and loop back to here. There's quite a lot more trees here than I thought. Not the best time for a storm to show up. Well, not a storm, like dust storm, I guess, maybe. There's one up there. Let's check these ones. Like there could be some. Maybe not. There is. I missed one in the forest this way that I already have marked, I think. No, this was the one I grabbed. There's one up there though. That was a good spot. Literally turned as it was going outside. I really wish I'd gone and done this earlier though. Kinda silly that I'm basically dedicating an entire day to this, or more than that. But I guess it's just a lack of prioritization. 420 already. Might want to speed this process up a little bit. I'm gonna start mocking runes again just in case I can get aged wood from them. Need to really think about things as I'm doing them now, because if I'm not gathering something or mocking it, I'm going to be losing out later on. Just as I've been losing out on the sap. Not two. Well, that one has another one on it. Or I might not get the same tree, but I'll mock it either way. Right, this area might not actually be worth doing, because if I remember correctly, it's a bunch of tight chasms, essentially. I went through there when I was mocking it as a wet area, and it's like that for quite a few hundred blocks. So I'm probably just going to get back in once I get to the area that is pretty rich in resin. It's basically this, but way higher, and the trees get pretty densely packed. I don't want to miss out on these trees, so I need to get these. And then it's back this way. All of those both on spawning did scare me a little bit. I'm pretty sure this goes back down to the open bit. Need to remember to get mine though. 10 sacks might be enough. Oh, hello. Oh, what's that? I need to be quick with this because I haven't got much ability left, weapon-wise. I hear a shiver. It's not super efficient to kill them like this, but it probably still does a decent bit of damage. It's like a 4 hit as opposed to a 3. It's still good enough. I'm kind of low. If I come across any, I might actually gather some medical supplies. Also, I need to check where I'm going. I'm going back on myself. To be fair, it will lead me to the more open area and I'll be safer. I just need to avoid where the dungeon is because I know there's a bear there. 29 resin. I would like a little more, but I don't want to be overly greedy about it. I need to figure out where this guy is. He's normally hanging out in that area. But I'm pretty sure there's more than one. It's not too dark. Luckily this biome is pretty easy to see in at night. It's just a matter of him not being right up against the tree. Okay, he's there. Or at least one of them is. Oh, it's still coming from there. Oh, there's another one. Yeah, this isn't gonna be, we should actually just get out of it. The activity is increased as well. Okay, there it was. Whenever I'm not looking for them, I find it, but whenever I am, I can't. Before I leave, I would like to try and grab some of the resin from this area, because it should be completely replenished by now. And also, I do not have enough mine. Did I mark this wrong? Oh, it's way up there. I probably didn't have a ladder at the time. There. I'm not going to push my luck anymore. I'm far away from water, which is the easiest way to get away from them. And I only have one healing poultice left. Plus, I'm not even at full HP, so. If I feel like I'm pretty safe, though, I'll grab the pine tree here and there. That leads into a hole. Okay, it should be good now. Right, we should be safe from bears. The only issue now would be Boathorn or Shivers. I probably have enough durability to deal with 1 or 2 Shivers, but I can't go chasing after Boathorn. Unless they're actively stopping me from getting back in the base. In terms of Pinewood, I think it'll be kind of close, but I should have enough. I probably want to think about planting some, actually. I do believe I have the seeds. I needed to plant turnips as well, so I'm going to do that. That has 2 settings left. So we're fine for food for now. Right. I'm gonna chuck all this stuff away quickly, and then there is one more thing I need to do. And it's probably a good idea to do it now as it's nighttime. And that is forging a wrench. I'm gonna gather the pine cones though, and then also this stuff needs to be moved into here. Right, that's quite a lot of resin now actually. We should be relatively good for that. Okay, we are looking good. Grab those. And then also, I need to grab turnip seeds. I'll grab all of them, because it'd be a good idea to plant a decent amount. Probably need 2 of these and 1 of those. Right, I think this is the last thing I need to do for the windmill, at least in terms of iron forging. If there is anything else, though, I don't think it will be much. The most expensive thing I need to do after this, at least to make the frame, is the actual sails. But I believe I have enough flax for that. If not, I can go around breaking wild flax, because I would eventually get enough by doing that. And it's not... While it's not as large as farming yields, you can get a decent amount relatively quickly if you're just going after flax. But I think I have enough. Having enough for a windmill and a boat would be pretty nice, but I don't think that's the case right now. Maybe after another field's worth is harvested. But I don't think the fields closer to the coast are ready yet. I might go and check on them next episode, though. Right, this will probably be the last day for this episode, though. This is like the 4th day, I think. So it's been quite a while. I know the episodes more recently have been a bit shorter than normal, being mostly consisting of 2 days. So I will try and do a few longer ones over the next couple of episodes while I'm trying to focus down the projects. But I'm not sure how long that will be for. Right, the wrench. I might have just found the new easiest tool to smith. I only actually had to move like 3 little bits of metal. Okay, what time is it? Nearly 4. Should be sunrise relatively soon. Where is it? There it is. Now I'll plant the turnips first. Even if I get seeds from this, I'm not going to plant them here just in case this fails and it gets too cold. Because then I waste all of the turnip seeds I have. So I do need to be prepared just in case this goes wrong. But the risk is worth taking. If it gives me another, like, week or 2 worth of food, it's worth it. Oh yeah, I forget I can just quench that here. What's the date? 2nd of September. Based off how quick the other ones have grown, they should be done by the end of the month. Or at the very start to middle of October. Should get, if this works well, I should get a decent amount of seeds back as well. Right, these are nearly done. The turnips are actually done. Seeds. I'm not going to take the risk and replant here because of this, and I did not get as many seeds back from that as I was expecting to. Yeah, the fennel and the carrot should be done, hopefully within an episode. We should be able to harvest those next episode. That's another stack and a quarter of food. And then based off the amount of plants I broke, I assume I'm gonna get about 3 times that if the stuff I just put down is successful in growing. Right, limestone. I need to process that and get these levers done. I think the large ones might have actually rotted, or at least started to rot. I'll check on them quickly. Yeah, 4%. If I can get the limestone processed fast enough, I could start the process and save it. But I need to do it now. So I need to do quite a lot of grinding, unfortunately. It'll be a lot better once the mill is set up, because then I don't have to do this by hand anymore. Maybe. That barely went up in the amount it's spoiled. It'll probably increase now that it's out though. Okay, apparently I put the bucket. No, I didn't. Okay. Currently I'm not really interested in fully processing the lever. As long as I can stop it from rotting for now, that's good enough. I put it in the wrong one. Right, so these first. I'm pretty sure I can only do like 12 of these. Yeah. The good thing is there's enough lime water there, including the little bit I had spare from last time to probably make all of that, including what's left there. Right, gotta put a few bits away, and then we'll look into the next thing I gotta do. Right. Planting some pine seeds. Doesn't really matter where they go, I guess. Anywhere is fine, because I'll be cutting them down. How long do they take? I think it's something along the lines of 20 days. Right, what next? Windmill. I'll read it directly from this so I know that I have everything. Okay, so to power the machine you have built, click on the windmill rotor to add the sails. Wait, what? A brake? Hang on. Smith will cast the health hammer, we have that. The health hammer itself, which we need, a base and a wooden toggle. Using the gears and axles. Okay, so we need the health hammer. Right, I'm gonna start putting some of this stuff together, I think, and ticking things off. Going through the list there. But we're gonna need planks for sure. And I should probably grab the saw, because I'm gonna need that to make some of these axles, I think. But hopefully I can stay in this room and make a whole bunch of the stuff from here. So it should have been like this. Yeah. Mechanical power. So we have the health hammer. We need a base and a wooden toggle. So planks, resin, like that, and a toggle. Okay, we are gonna need to go and grab a few ingredients. We should hopefully have everything in the house. I'm gonna grab a couple of extra of everything, just so that I know I have enough. I always forget about the hammer and chisel, that it's needed to make, like, components and stuff. Right, I've already forgotten how to make the base. So 3 planks resin and like that. The base, and then toggle. So we need an axle as well. A log and fat. I don't think the type really matters. Right, an axle, 4 planks. Okay, this is going to be pretty expensive in terms of resin. At least compared to what I was expecting. And, fat as well. toggle. Sorry, this might take a few attempts to figure it out. Render. Alright, so at the top we have all of the Hellhammer components, I'm hoping. That's already used quite a lot of wooden planks. Right, ticked, 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 and ticked. Using the gears and axles, connect the output of your windmill rotor to the left or right side of the wooden toggle. Place the Hellhammer base adjacent to the toggle, place an anvil. It must be bronze tier or higher, 3 blocks away from the base, and then attach the Hellhammer onto the base. Place the Hellhammer adjacent to the toggle. Okay, so we're gonna need more axles. And we're gonna need to make some gears. And a brake is probably worth making. If I'm making axles though, I'm gonna need more fat than I currently have. I'll take that. And I'm sure I won't use all of this, but I don't know. I do want to make the windmill relatively tall, and I don't know how large an axle actually is. Yeah, that's not huge. I'm pretty sure this is the main thing that makes how big it is. Right, for the time being, we can do this. I guess I do get 2 per one though. I just feel like I'm going to be using quite a lot of axles just to make components of this machine. Like here as an axle, like that. I've already gone through the resin. Right, in terms of control though, that should be everything for the Hellhammer. I have axles. I need gears next. Okay, I'm not sure what type of gears I need. It might tell me, otherwise it will be guesswork. Archimedes screw? What is this? Well, it's showing this, so I'm assuming it's the large wooden gears I need. Hang on. Oh, okay, that's kind of Jeez, that's very expensive. I need to be absolutely certain with this then. Right, we'll go back to where we were. To power the machine you've built, click on the windmill rotor to add the sails. Each set of 4 sails will add 20% power. Okay, so we need to make the rotor. So support beams. Those are simple enough. Wait, do I need to debark these first? Yeah. I'm assuming that is an axe. Oh no, it's not, is it? Unless I move it. No. Maybe a hammer and chisel. That would make sense. An axe and a hammer. Okay. That does make sense as well. Right, and then these need to go like this. I'm assuming it's like that. No. How do I make this? So I keep forgetting. There's so many different recipes I need to remember. Right, I'm pretty sure I remember this one though. Am I wrong? Windmill rotor. Support beam. Surely you can make out of what I have. I have iron. Yeah. It should be like this unless I have to change these around. No. Why is it not making it? I definitely have everything I need. Unless this is like the one wood type it doesn't take. I'm hoping that's not the case. I guess the only thing I can do is go and get some maple and test it. I know for a fact there's maple nearby. Might be faster if I go that way. It's getting late already as well. I'm not sure if I'll even be able to get all of the windmill components made this episode. Especially if it's gonna be like kind of weird to put together like it's being at the moment. Right, I have everything on hand though, so if it's not gonna work with this, I'm gonna be kind of confused. Right, axe, hammer. Saw, turn those into support beams. Okay, it's the one type of wood that doesn't do it, apparently. I'll keep the support beams just in case I need them. I was absolutely sure I wasn't making it wrong. I'm gonna need some more food. I'm actually, going through the food supply kinda quick. Or at least compared to what I was expecting. It might be, potentially something I need to look into putting more effort into extending the amount of time that lasts. Maybe by hunting some creatures. Either next episode or the one after. I have a lot of stuff I want to do. Honestly. There's way too much I need to do, in fact. Right, mechanical power. Great. All of that's done. I have the axles. I have the rotor. I need gears. I'm not sure how many I need exactly. I'm gonna make one for the time being. I assume I need at least one of these. Sticks are upstairs. I'm glad I've been gathering a lot of those, because this could use a lot of sticks. Especially if I need to make multiple of these. Right, if I remember correctly, it's like this. God damn it, I'm out of resin again. I should probably be doing this from upstairs. Right, spur gear. Right, one of those. And then I would need a large gear. So, boards like that, 12 sticks, and then those across the top. I think it was the axe. And then I need 4 of these, I believe. I just need to make sure I have the right ratios first. storage gear section. Oh, okay, one part wrong. There we go. 12 per one. 24, that's enough for 4. And then a large gear. Right. Okay, I think I remember how to do that. I just need more planks. I'm gonna assume not enough planks. Yeah, there we go. Right. I believe this is basically everything I need. Other than... hang on. Yeah, other than the actual sails, we still have time to do that though. We just need to grab everything from downstairs. Gonna see if I can do any more. It won't be a lot, but anything helps. Right, I believe 24 will be enough, for sure. Large windmill sail. So 8 per sail. I'm a little short. Is this enough? Large windmill sail. We can make them and then see what we need. So support beams. I'm gonna assume pine is okay for these. But we need... Hang on. I mean, it's only 8. They're not super expensive to make. No, it's the hammer, isn't it? And then if this doesn't work, then I have pine support beams for when I need them, because I know I will at some point. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that looks a bit better. I wasn't used to it being so low, it like threw me off for a second. Okay, this is one of those things you need maple for, I think. I just want to guarantee that maple is a correct material, because I don't want to go out and get it and it not be enough. Ebony. Maple. Maple does work. Okay, right, support beams can go in here. And so can all of the windmill components. Those can go back in there. Right. Yeah, I don't have enough. There's 2 logs in there, but it won't make enough support beams for all of it. So I need to prepare to go out. Should probably always keep a pickaxe on me just in case something goes wrong. I don't want to end up stuck in a hole. Right, 20. Right, we have time to head out. This is gonna be a big trip, though. I'm not, just gonna be going to a small area. I'm gonna be hunting for food as well while I'm out, I think. Which means I probably want to take healing. Because I'm basically guaranteed to get hit. But I need to gather flax, a lot of it. I need to gather meat to probably enough to last maybe 5 days. And then I also need maple and pine if I can carry it. But flax is probably the absolute most important thing, because I can't finish the sails unless I get enough. I'm pretty certain I do currently have enough to make well, no, I know I have enough to make 3 sails. I'm just not sure. I can't remember how much I needed to make the 4th, so I'm just gonna gather enough to straight up be able to make the 4th sail. Like, regardless of whether I have some of the material already or not. Saves me having to come back out again if I do mess up my numbers. I guess I can grab some of this stuff. I should probably split this just in case. Right, first things first, I should probably head into the woods and get the walnut. And then also, while I'm out, I'm probably going to grab a whole bunch more resin. Because that is something that I see running out very quickly, considering that I've used basically half of it already. The animal fat also ended up going a lot quicker than I thought it would. Not as fast as the resin, but if there's other things I need it for, then it's gonna go quick. And I need to be prepared for that. But yeah, I'm gonna take a decent amount of maple. If I have spare, I can just use it for firewood or something along those lines. But I should really make sure that I have enough to make all of these components. That should do it. Yeah, and then maybe we just work on clearing this woods and getting to the plains. Pretty sure there's a bear in this area. I might have to go straight, like, past it. Yeah, Jesus Christ. And that's why I bought my pickaxe, just in case I fell down holes like that. I think that's like the 4th time I've nearly fallen down that one as well. Like, nearly every time I come this way, I have nearly fell down there. I think I can go around. Yep. And it's basically time to end the episode. This one did run on for quite a long time. Yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. It massively helps out, and I really appreciate it. Thank you again, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.